Hey tribe, welcome to your Yoga Flow Express. We're going to get started at the top of the mat. For this particular one, again, I want you to do a run, do some mobility. It is very hamstring, hip oriented, so you want to pay special close attention to that. Let's get started at the top of the mat. Feet together, toes touching, heels slightly apart, Tadasana. We're going to work through the ranges of motion about 3 times, and then on the 4th one, we park it, breathe, and you know how we do. Let's start. Palms right by the side, shoulders down the back, chest up, feet firmly planted. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Swan, dive it down. Put a soft bend in the knees, your first one. 2 more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, take up the space. Easy forward fold. Send the weight towards the balls of the feet. Head is heavy, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, soft bend in the knee, plant down to the 4 corners of the feet, and as they say, root to rise. Last one, inhale, reaching up, and then as you dive, really reach out east and west, forward folding, head is heavy, hang out here for about 2 breaths. As they say, you can always grab opposite elbows if you want to ragdoll, or just let the head be heavy, the hands be heavy. From this position, inhale, halfway lift. Hands can go to the shins, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Start to send and pay attention to the hamstrings, because they are definitely going to come into play. You can start to straighten the legs out a little bit more. Exhale, forward fold, even planting the palms flat on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, surfboard spine, so 1 straight line as you exhale, forward fold. Last one, inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then this time, exhale, step back in a downward dog. We're going to do this 3 times, working through from a regression to all the way to progression. You're going to roll through your feet, coming into a plank position. Option, bring the feet together, lower all the way down to the belly, squeezing the core. Flip to the tops of the feet, elbows in and down towards the hips. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And this is like as if you're at the beach and you just kind of popping your head up over the sand, looking at the waves. Exhale, drop it down. Keep it, pardon the pun, shallow. Last one, inhale. And using your lower back muscles and your glutes, you can even press the hips forward. Maybe test, lift the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, or drop it down rather. Tuck the back toes. Downward dog. Roll through, coming into plank position. This time, drop the knees. We're only going to do this once. Again, if you're not warmed up enough, you can go back to cobra. Take a big inhale, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog with thighs on the floor. Shoulders down the back, arms are straight, chest is up. Tuck back toes, downward facing dog. Last one. This time we're going to ripple, wave all the way through, coming into plank position. Special tip for the chaturanga: lean forward so much that your shoulders actually come over your fingernails, then lower down halfway, making an L shape with the arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Option, check it, lifting the thighs off the mat, pressing the tops of the feet. You can even look up. Exhale, tuck back toes, downward facing dog. Getting into the middle section, the beginning section of our flow. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Give me a 3-legged dog action, so right hip's going to point down. As you exhale, roll through. As soon as your knee touches your nose, step. So that one's going to be a little dynamic. Right foot outside right hand. Step back, downward dog. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Articulate, roll, start to contract. As soon as your knee comes close, just step. So you have to relax there in order for the foot and the leg to release. Stepping back. Inhale. Exhale. Step it. Ooh. Last one. Inhale. exhale. So as soon as it makes contact or comes to proximity of the nose, I'll step. Just like that. Come up on the fingertips if you need a little more height and leverage. You're going to open up the right knee. Inhale. As you exhale, it's like a big wide dragon lunge. Just straighten both legs. Come back to the dragon. Open up the knee. Open up the hip. Exhale, straighten both legs. Similar to the long pyramid, we're going to call this long dragon. That's right. We're giving things names. Open up the hip, open up the knee. Exhale, straighten it out. Last one, open up. Breathe here for about 2 breaths. Your toe can turn out slightly, knee will track toe, shoulder slide down the back. And as you exhale, we're going to go into that long dragon, sending the hips up and back. Or like a modified or a weird downward dog. Let's make our downward dogs weird. Next up, you're going to breathe. As you exhale, drop it on down. Drop your knee. Turn the big toe out. We're going to drop to left forearm, like so. Right arm's going to reach up. Inhale. On the transition, capture the foot. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, open up a little bit more. As you exhale, turn your body, your chest, your torso towards the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. You're going to feel a deep stretch on your left quad. Inhale, open up, catching the dragon's tail. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Hold. Leaning slightly forward, the right foot can be slightly turned out, left forearm's planted. Grabbing the foot, maybe thumb can go to a trigger point on the foot, opening up the chest. Take a big inhale as you exhale, drop it on down. Ooh, see if you can get your shoulder inside the right knee. Feeling this deep stretch in the quad. On your next inhale, release. Come back to the dragon. So right hand plants, left hand plants. Firm the back leg. This time you're going to do a deep turn out on the right foot, so 90 degree all the way out. Inhale, reaching arm up. Exhale, reaching back. Seeing if you can drop the hip really low to the floor. Inhale, almost like a side plank. Outside edge of left foot, left palm planted. Exhale, reaching back. Ooh, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one as you exhale, just hold here. 2 shoulders are pretty much in one line. Left leg is straight and active. I'm actually flexing the foot, reaching back. Palm can face parallel to the wall. Inhale, reaching high to the sky. Outside edge of the foot, breathe here. Plant the palm. You're going to turn all the way to a fan favorite of Vibe Yoga and Fitness, Skandasana. Deep hamstring stretch. Foot is flexed. You do that to protect your knee. Flat on the right foot, and then you're going to drop it all the way down into the beginning of a half fixed firm. Using the hands, we're going to work through this 2 more times, so come back through. Skandasana, you're going to rotate, this time all the way around, coming into a reverse Skandasana. Elbow will shoot back, come back through. Skandasana, half fixed firm. So I'm just letting my leg fold in and then rolling so that both my hips are flat on the mat. Come back through. Through your dragon, reverse Skandasana, exhale. Maybe going for a deeper rotation. Coming back through. Drop it on down. Now on the last one, as your challenge, before we park it, we're going to see if we can do it without using the hands. So you're going to exhale, deep rotation, right foot turned out, outside edge of left foot, letting the torso rotate. Inhale. Ooh, hands can come to heart center. Drop it on down. And then I have to rotate my torso and my pelvis to kind of get that position. Coming back through, same thing. I'm going to actually send my arms forward, right? Which will send my torso forward. That'll allow me just to roll over the foot, come back around, plant the hand, And then breathing here. Outside edge of foot, right foot turned out, torso rotated, shoulders relaxed. On your next breath, come back through. I'm using my hands on that one. Skandasana, coming into half fixed firm. Breathing here for about 2 breaths, just to check the setup. So you want to make sure both of your hips are flat on the mat. Be a flat matter with your hips. Outside edge of the shin is on the mat, and I'm sitting pretty much inside the heel. Left foot is flexed. Inhale, reach up high with 1 or 2 arms. As you exhale, forward fold. If your hamstrings are a little more loose today, loosey-goosey, then you can do 2 hands, or you can just do 1 hand. Inhale, on the transition, exhale. I was about to say exhale, coming into half fixed firm, sending the torso away from the foot. Inhale on the transition, fill up, lengthen spine, exhale. Inhale, and I'm just working through the movement. So there's more of a dynamic stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Just so I can feel where my body's at, exhale. And I believe this is the last one, so we're going to park it for 2 breaths. Inhale, as you exhale, forward fold. Don't force, that's a strong word, don't do it. But let's see if we can just breathe and then lengthen. Shoulders will automatically relax, which will automatically relax your hamstrings. Right, and that's where it needs, a lot of people needs to get that stretch on, is the hamstring. Tends to be neglected a lot of times. Inhale, especially if we do a lot of functional training. As you exhale, drop it back into half fixed firm. Option to lay it all the way flat, but again, go to where you're capable of. So if you need to go to your hands, forearms, it's all good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, transition through. We're going to come back through Skandasana. So look, I'm just going to open up leg like a book. Rotate body, torso. Everything's going to shift. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, articulate through. Doing an Ekapada variation, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away to the other side. Inhale, left leg high. 3-legged dog action. Exhale, articulate, contract. When it gets next to the nose, relax. Just like that. Coming into the dragon lunge. 2 more. Inhale. So like a cat, I want you to articulate. I want you to squeeze. And then when you're ready, all that energy, just release it. So you got to just let the breath kind of go. Inhale, exhale, articulating through, squeeze, relax. Last one, inhale, exhale. Like so. Inhale, open up the left knee. Toe can be turned out slightly. Exhale, push everything back. So you have a frame of reference, meaning you're pressing down with your foot and your palms. Inhale, open. Exhale, push back. Feels good. That hamstring stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Park it and hold it for about 2 breaths. And if you got tight hips, you can kind of feel where you're tight at and maybe drop some weight into that. Just a tiny bit. Just for it to open up. Big inhale. Exhale, send the hips back. Spine is long. Palms are planted. You can even rotate biceps out. Left foot is flat. On your next breath, come through. Come through like the woo. Drop the back knee, and we're going to set you up. So drop your right forearm. Turn the toe out a little bit more. Not completely turned out, but a little bit more. Inhale, transition. Grabbing the foot. Exhale. Let your body rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to work from position to position. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, drop the torso. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, drop torso. Feel a deep stretch on that quad. The hip is getting opened up. Last one, hold it. So if you can visualize yourself so that you are lengthening your spine and relaxing the shoulders. And I like to make sure my foot is pointing upward. It's just a weird idiosyncratic thing I do, but it helps me keep the alignment of my ankle. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, drop it on down. Sending weight into the right forearm, letting my limbs support me. Release it. Coming back through the dragon, that's French for dragon. On your inhale, the transition I'm going to work through. Exhale, palm parallel, inhale up. Just like a big tick-tock arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I believe the last one. Exhale. Notice on this reverse Skandasana action, almost like a side plank, that left foot's got to be really turned out, outside edge of your right foot. Inhale, coming through, kind of like a side plank, because you're going to feel your obliques light up. Breathing into the shape, into the body. And the human body can create some beautiful shapes, so let's honor that. Take a big inhale. Whew, as you exhale, come through all the way around into Skandasana. Transitioning through. So you can use your hands, right? I can just plant my palm, come through. First one will go slow, just so you have the basic setup cues before we go any further. 2 hips on the ground. I folded. I'm just going to unfold, shift my weight, transfer through Skandasana, open up, reverse Skandasana, this time with the elbow, which will allow me to rotate a bit more. Exhale, come through. Plant the palm if you need to. Half fix firm. Now feel like how you're going to roll from the outside of the hip to the left foot or the foot that's planted, coming through. Boom, all the way around. And this compact position with the arms will allow you to rotate more because of the nature of the shape you're making with your body. Coming through, drop it on down. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is our last time through, working it dynamically. So we're gonna go for no-handed. So rotating outside edge of the foot, left foot is turned out, letting the torso and the rib cage do their thing, coming through. Skandasana, now just drop. Let the left shin fold. Spine is tall, come back through, shifting the weight from the right to the left or the outside to the inside, all the way through, planting palm, bringing it through. Ooh. Oh, parking it for this one. Breathe. Turning the foot out. I can feel this deep stretch in my hip. Feels awesome. Coming back through. Drop it on down. Setting yourself up. So on the half fix firm, you just want to make sure that your hips are touching the floor, your spine is tall. Bend the knee if you need to. Inhale, reach up, palms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Again, we're working the transitions at the moment, so we're not going into a deep stretch. I'm working from the front to the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, transition. Working through it, feeling my quad and the hamstring. This is an awesome stretch because you're getting both. As you go forward, you're going to feel the hammy. All right there. As you exhale, you're going to feel your quad. Last one. Forward fold. Now you can start to lengthen and strengthen. If you got to take one hand off, take a hand off, right, to help with the balance. If you're extra flexy, you're like, but hey, bro, I'm extra flexy. You can actually wrap outside, or even if you have a block, you can go a little bit further that way. And good for you. Come back to center. Inhale as you exhale, drop it on down. Lengthening away. Ooh, feeling the quad and the hip. See if you can relax though, especially your low back. For me, it's my low back that's kind of stopping me from going further. Come back through. Remember to roll slightly to the outside so you can open up this leg, transition through, basically a dragon lunge, come back up. Left leg is high to the sky, roll through, keep the leg high, lower down halfway, making the L shape. Inhale into that ever-present upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet go to the top of the mat. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Time to flow. One breath, one movement. One breath, one movement. I'm modifying a few of the asanas because it'll seem like it's two breath, two movement, but it's really one breath, one movement. Starting at the top of the mat, we're gonna go 3 times through. Right, left, right, left, right, left. 6 times total, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Riding the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option to jump or step back. Landing in low chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. I'm giving a variation, staying on the balls of my feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, slow tiger curl. Step. Dragon lunge. Inhale, open up. Exhale, long dragon. Inhale, set up. Reach up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, drop your torso. Deep quad stretch. Inhale, coming through, back into dragon. Exhale, activate the dragon by lighting up the left leg. Turn the right foot out. Inhale, reach up high, outside edge of foot. Exhale, reaching back to reverse Skandasana. Inhale, elevated Skandasana. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, Skandasana. Exhale, half fixed firm. Inhale, come back through. Reverse Skandasana with the deep rotation. Inhale, transition. Drop it on down. Exhale, set up. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, lengthening. Inhale, transition. Exhale, drop back to half fixed firm. Inhale, transition. Remember to open up. Dragon lunge. Send it on back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, curl. Step. Inhale, open. Exhale, long dragon. Inhale, drop, set up, forearm, reaching up, capture the foot. Exhale, rotate. Big inhale here. All you got to do is point your chest towards the floor. Dropping the forehead. Inhale, release through. Exhale, active dragon lunge. Turn out the left foot. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, elevate. Ooh. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, all the way through. Dropping into Skandasana. Folding it. Back through. Inhale, rotate. Point the elbow back. Inhale, transition. Drop it on down. Set yourself up. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, transition. Exhale, drop it back. Roll to the outside. Inhale. Through. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, transition. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Look between the mat. Walk, float, or jump, feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reaching up. Second time through is going to be a little bit smoother, a little bit quicker. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Start to find the rhythm of your own body. Shoot it back or step back. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, squeeze, step. Inhale, open up. Exhale, long dragon. One breath, one movement. Inhale, drop it on down, reaching up. Exhale, capture foot. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, release. Firm the back leg. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, elevate. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, all the way through. Find the position of the transition. Inhale, rolling through. All the way around. Exhale, back through. Start to lessen the use of the hands, because the last time through, we're going to go for it. Exhale, forward fold. You can start going a little bit further in the more challenging asanas. Rolling through, maybe no hands. Inhale, transition, dragon lunge. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, left leg high. Squeeze. So squeeze the entire core and then release. Inhale, open up. Exhale, long dragon. One breath, one movement. Drop, forearm. Inhale, capture. Breathe, drop it. Forehead will get a little bit closer. Release it. Inhale, dragon. Activate the dragon. On the exhale, inhale, reaching up and over, reverse. Up, drop. Roll all the way through Skandasana. Drop it down. Coming to that half fixed firm transition. Rolling through, maybe start to use less and less weight on the hands. Rotate to that deep Skandasana stretch. Come through. Drop it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, relax. Inhale. Roll out to roll in. Maybe push off the hand if you need to. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, roll through, keep the leg high. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, breathe here. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, float, or jump. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, drop it on down. Hands to heart center. Last time through, mostly I'm going to breathe. Go for no hands. See if you can use the strength in your hamstrings and the connection of your mind to your body to make it happen. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, make sure you jump into that low chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, squeeze, step. Inhale, open. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, set yourself up. Exhale. Bring the foot closer. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, plant it. Exhale, activate. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, drop it a little bit further. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. It's a challenging one. You gotta love it. It's a Rachel Hall exclusive hot Pilates trick. Let's see. Let the body rotate. Let your body rotate. Let the leg open up. And like so. Planting the palms. Inhale up. Breathe here. Roll through. Exhale lower. Inhale upward. Exhale downward. Inhale. Three-legged dog. Exhale, articulate. Squeeze. Step. Inhale, open up the knee. Exhale, long dragon. Inhale, drop it down. Up and over. Rotate. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Inhale, release. Exhale, activate. Inhale, reaching up. Up and over. Inhale through. Let's see. You got to send your awareness into your hips and your foot and your shin and your torso and your spine, rolling through all the way around, over the hammy, rotate. Coming back through. Last time I rushed this, so don't rush it. Find the movement. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, transition. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Roll. Transition. Transfer. Plant it. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, squeeze, so we're down halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Roll through, take a knee. Finish in a comfortable seated position. Let's close out the practice. Easy twist. Left arm's gonna reach up. Exhale, take a twist. As always, because this is like an express flow, this is a great one to memorize though. I'll let you know a little secret. The co-founder of Vibe Tribe uses this as a warm-up every day because it hits all the right spots. So this is like her version of the world's greatest stretch. But at the end of it, you always make sure you do some type of twist with the spine and then some type of forward fold because this is a shorter type class. Dropping the head, coming up halfway. Let's just finish with a little breathing. And this one's gonna be very simple. You know, I don't even know how long I'm gonna go for. You're gonna inhale for as long as you possibly can, and then you're gonna exhale for as long as you possibly can. And we'll do it together. If you have to breathe earlier or exhale earlier, that's fine. If you outpace me, that's also fine. This is us getting ready. Shake it on out. Deflate. Empty out. And you can do 4 or 5 rounds of that. Last but not least, I wanted to leave you with something a little more practical. And what we just did is very practical because you'll hear this in a yoga class, whether at a studio or online, of people suggesting that you become the author of your own story, you become the hero of your own journey, the heroine of the novel. But how do you do that? Well, you can't do it if you're going 1,000,000 miles per hour every single day, from one thing to the next, from one project to another project, from this to that. The only way you can start to narrate your journey and start to self-author is to slow down and start to observe the patterns that you are doing in your life or that are happening around you. And the one practical way to do that is just by breathing, taking a step back, taking a deep breath, letting that go, and you'll see that you're going to start to look at things from different angles, and you're going to see that maybe the story you've been crafting is subject to change. And that's something that I wish someone had told me in a class, that there's practical ways to do it. It's not just here, self-author, good luck. So start with the breath, and we can build from there. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach. Namaste.